Welcome to Love Byte.
My wife and I have been together for 4 years now. We have a son who is 20 months old, and I have a daughter who's from another relationship. My wife and I's relationship has always been excellent. We're best friends. 2023 was super tough on us compared to previous ones. I started noticing something weird around September, when she was spending more time on her phone than usual. I approached her and asked what was going on because she started isolating herself from our child and me. She apologized and agreed to change her behavior. In October, one random day we were driving in the car and having a conversation, and she told me she was no longer attracted to me and we should separate. After talking about it, we agreed to work on our relationship. After a few weeks, things were going all right. I did notice she was spending more time at work meetings in the afternoons and was isolating herself more at home. The phone situation became an issue again. Things were still decent, though. Around mid-November one night, we sat down and had a conversation about her not being attracted to me again. Granted, I take very good care of myself, go to the gym every day, eat good foods, etc. That night, she told me she cheated on me with a coworker. This made me very upset, so I told her she should leave our house. A few days later, we sat down to discuss everything with her. She told me the whole story was made up and nothing happened. During that meeting, she said she was attracted to another man. She also mentioned that she didn't want to get back together yet, because she wanted to work on herself and her self-discipline. I was sad about the attraction to another man, but I understood and continued to support her. We wrote a contract and signed it. It stated we're going to work on our relationship, date night, etc., and be 100% exclusive to each other. I promised to call her every day while she was living at a friend's house, a woman she worked with, and ask her about her day, talk, etc. This went very well for a while until one date night. We were at a local sports bar, talking and having a few beers. She tells me she slept with a guy she met at a bar a few days after we split and might be pregnant. This made me very upset, so I called off the rest of the night. We traveled in the same car, so she drove me home. On the way, I started probing and asking questions about what exactly she was thinking. She has a family. She told me it was a lie to make me hate her, so I would move on. We continued seeing each other often in the following weeks, hanging out, spending time with our kiddo together, etc. I approached her during one of our scheduled weekly relationship meetings, where we discussed how everything was going, about a new apartment we could move into. She was initially hesitant to move forward but later agreed. Things went well for a few weeks after this. Moving forward to the week of Christmas, we went to our local phone store to upgrade our plans. She handed me her phone so I could help her back everything up. Now, I'm not typically a snooper, but I decided to go through her notifications. I saw that she was on Facebook dating, talking to a ton of different guys she matched with. I was pissed, so we walked back to the car, and I confronted her after storming out of the phone store. I asked, "Why are you seeking attention from other guys when you have one who wants to give you everything?" She was stunned and very upset. She told me she was very sorry and wanted to be committed to me. After a long conversation, she agreed to delete Facebook dating and showed me. A few days later, we are hanging out, and the guy she told me is just a friend who she likes and calls her. I confront her about it, and she tells me that he's probably calling to wish me a happy Christmas, and they haven't talked in about a week. I stupidly believed her and moved forward. Fast forward a few days. On December 28th, I looked at the call logs from her number on our online portal and saw that she and this guy talk every day. I confronted her and said, "I know you and Jesse speak every day. If we're going to make this relationship work, we need to be committed to one another." She agreed to completely break it off with him after admitting it was more than friendship, and they've kissed, etc., but no sex. During the following weekend, we pack up to visit her parents, who are 5 hours away. During this time, she's distant and doesn't show much affection. During our drive home, she tells me that she doesn't want to be with me because she cannot stand me. She feels I'm a narcissist and cannot get along with people. After probing and asking questions, she tells me this guy and her have slept together, and she might be pregnant. We stop at a local Walmart to buy a pregnancy test, and it comes back positive. Now, a lot has recently been discovered. Around January 21st, we got back together. I found out she'd also been sleeping with her boss during our time apart and saw messages between them. Very scaring. She moved back into our house and we have been attending counseling. The other guy who got her pregnant is completely out of the picture at this point. What are your thoughts? Is this the right thing to do? My mind keeps going back to all of this pain. Overall, I'm holding together.